Hi guys, here's how to build a 3D spinning ball in geometrydash, just like that one part in aperture. So here I just have my static camera set up so we can make things easier to view. First, put down a shader trigger and have it set to the layers only where you want the effect to be. In this case, I'll be using the background to only be 3. Next, put down a pinch trigger and have use X and use Y on for these values and set the radius to some kind of like a big number. In this case, I'll be using 10, and the fade time to however you want the effect to fade in. And next, put a bulge trigger, and only check the radius for now. As you can see, as I'm moving the slider, the bulge becomes bigger and smaller accordingly. Then also just change the bulge slider to just how much you want the effect to roll. In this case, I'll be using 0.83. Now, set this to a target, both the bulge and the pinch, some kind of like a new group. So in this case, I'll be using 1. So my group 1 will be this object, say, right? As you can see, as I'm moving the camera around, only the bulge and pinch stay at this particular spot. Even I can move the object around by itself. So let's move it to the center over here. Now, what we want to do is to just build the mask around it. In this case, it will be a circle. So I will probably be using some of these objects, and then maybe you can playtest to just get a gauge of where your camera should be. So in this case, it will be here, then just scale the circle accordingly so that it fits with the place of the bulge, just like this. Now I have pre-made this thing already. I'll just move it down here, and you also make sure this thing isn't visible so that it doesn't break the effect. Now I'll also set the background to a flat color just so that the mask here becomes invisible, such that when I move, it looks like there's nothing happening. Next, you want to make your texture. And this texture in this case would be maybe, I'll just use this as a placeholder for now. These things will be maybe B3 to B4. And as you can see, as I'm moving them around, notice how they all seem to be bulging just because the shader has it set to this value only. Correct? So maybe if I were to give these group like 2 or something, and I have a move trigger at the start, setting it to group 2, and maybe moving -150 in 10 seconds, it does kind of look like it's spinning over some kind of sphere. Now I have also pre-made my own texture. In this case, it's a moon. So it just kind of looks like this on the surface level. I think it's already quite a good effect, but if you want, you can also add some shaders just to enhance the effect. So I'll put them over here, and when I playtest, it looks like this. Some kind of like a convincing spinning 3D moon, or in your case, maybe it's a ball or whatever spinning spherical object you want it to be. I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching. Have fun creating. Like and subscribe. Bye.